Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my space. Thank you for coming back. Today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful waistcoat with a zipper. So if you're interested, please keep watching, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much. So, first of all, these are the things I'll be using for this tutorial: my scissors, my chalk, my tape, and my pattern master. You fold your fabric into two. So this is my bust measurement divided by 2 plus like 10 extra inches. So you just make it enough for your bust measurements with some inches. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my measurements for my back. That is my back neckline. I went in by 3 inches wide and 1.5 inches depth. Then you just grade your curve. This is for the back panel. We are starting with the back with first for this waistcoat. Then I'll divide my shoulder by 2, then mark it. Mine is 8 inches. Then from there you come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope, and then you mark it out. You mark it out. After that, you are going to measure your armhole depth. Mine is 8 inches. You mark it out. You draw an horizontal line this way, the way you just see me do. Then from your shoulder, again you take your shoulder to your bust point. Mine is 10.5 inches. I marked it out. I drew an horizontal line again. Then your shoulder to the full length of your waistcoat. For the back, I used 18 inches. I marked it out. Then you're going to create a curve now, your armhole curve. That's 8 inches. Just draw a straight line. Draw a straight line. Then you divide the measurement. You have your bust measurement divided by 2. Mine is 10.5. Sorry, your bust measurement divided by 4, not 2. Then you come to this, your armhole side. The measurements you have divided into 2. So we are trying to create the curve. You come in by 1 inch. Then use your pattern master to just create that curve from that armhole point to the bust measurement you just took on your bust point. Just curve it. Make sure you just grade. You can use a free hand to do this. You just curve it this way. Then you're going to start inputting the remaining measurements that you need to input. So that bust point is going to have the same measurement. So I'll just mark the 10.5 again. Then I'll go to my waist measurements, which is my full length. Obviously I'll divide it by 4. My waist measurement divided by 4 is 9 inches. Then I'll just draw the line to join the bust measurement I took. Afterwards, you are going to add your stitching allowance. I want my waistcoat big, like I don't want it fitted, so I'm going to add more allowance. So if you want yours fitted, I'm just going to give like 1.5 inches enough or 2. But for me, I gave it like 3 inches allowance. I added 3 more inches because I wanted it to be big. I wanted it bogus. So if you want yours fitted, you know what to do. And this 3 inches is going to cover for my dart intake too. So it's going to be enough for both the dart intake and the stitching allowance, plus the ease I want for the waistcoat. So the next thing now is I'm going to take my that measurement, which is my the nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, that's 4. I'll just mark the 4 all the way up. I'll mark the 4 all the way up. Then I'll just draw a straight line down like this. Then at my waist measurement, I'll just go in by half an inch on both sides, then connect the line upwards the way you see me do. I'll just connect it this way. So that's about 1 inch, and you can see I gave 3 inches, so the 3 inches I gave for my allowance is enough to cover for both the dart, my ease, and the stitching allowance. I'll just go ahead and just cut it out. Cut across those lines, that's it. So we're going to use this back to cut for the front. You can see the fabric I'm using for the front is longer and wider than the one I used for the back. So I'm just going to draw this shoulder line this way, and you know there's a zipper in front, so you make sure that the folded side of your back is what you're going to be placing before taking the zipper allowance. Then I took 2 inches for my zipper allowance. I'll draw a straight line down. I'll draw a straight line like this, and I'll just shift that. Yes, I'll shift it this way to align. I'll shift it that way. So I'll just mark out I'm going to mark out the neck depth, so I'll be sure, because that's where I'm going to draw my front neckline from. Then I'll just slant my tape this way. I went in by about 8 inches, so depending on how deep you want yours to be. Okay, I think I used 7 inches, right? I'll be 8. Yes, that's 8 inches. Then I'll just slant the line this way. I'll slant the line. So we are creating the neckline for the front. Then I'll just draw that line. Yes, like that. After that, you're going to cut every other thing. I'm going to pin it down so that when I'm cutting it to stay in place, so that the fabric does not just move away when I'm going to cut it out. Afterwards, you know there's this pointed side in front, so what you're going to do, you're going to divide that measurement you have into 2. That's for the back piece. You mark it, you create a point there, you draw a straight line, maybe 4 inches down or 5 inches, depending on how long you want yours to be, but I used 4 inches. Then from there, you're going to just draw the lines the way I do. That's what is going to give you that pointed effect in front. You slant the line this way and slant it this other way too. You have created that pointed effect in front of your waistcoat. So this is very easy, and it's a very beautiful and easy tutorial to follow. Just cut it out and we are done with this drafting of waistcoat. It's very simple. Just cut everything else out. Just follow what I'm doing and you'll be able to do yours correctly. After that, I went ahead and I cut a lining for each of the pieces, the back piece and the 2 front pieces. You can see this is what it's going to look like. I folded in that zipper allowance. So this is the lining that I cut out for every of the piece. The 2 front piece and the back piece, you line it. You cut the lining out exactly the way you cut out the the main fabric. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place it right side facing each other. You're only going to stitch the neckline, the armhole, and the bottom part of the waistcoat. You will not stitch the side. You do the same thing for the front too. So I'm going to notch that area. You notch that area both for the lining and the main fabric. So you're going to stitch your darts differently on each of them. You stitch the dart on the fabric, you stitch the dart on the lining before you join them together. So you're going to do your darts differently. You're not doing it together. Do the same thing for the two front piece. So I went ahead and ironed the dart points to make it easier for me to stitch it down. I did that for all the pieces. Okay, this is what it looks like after I finished stitching my dart. So I'm going to put it together. You stitch the armhole, the both armhole. You stitch the bottom part and the neckline. You will not stitch the both sides. You will not stitch the both sides. The same thing for the front and the front pieces. You stitch all the way, but you not stitch this side. So this is the front side, and this is the lining side. You can see how neat it looks. So I'm going to arrange to see so that you can see what it looks like. Sorry. This is what it's going to look like, and see how neat and pretty it is. I went ahead to iron it in place so that everything stays in place properly. So to join this upper part, we are going to use one part and pick it up like this, because we are going to be doing inner sewing to make it neat. And you will notice that the lining, there will be lining to lining and fabric to fabric. You now stitch it all the way around. I'll explain it again. This is your right side facing each other, right? This is the back piece and that's the right side. You take one piece of the front, then you put your hand through the side and pick it up that way and turn it over. Then you just stitch it. You align it lining to lining and fabric to fabric. This way, when you are done sewing, it's going to be an inner sewing and it will not show. You can see that I'm done with stitching it. When I turn it around, you see how neat it's going to be. So you can see how neat and professional the sewing looks. I've done the stitching for the both side, and you see how beautiful it came out. So watch it carefully and do yours that way. This is what it looks like after I've joined it. So we're now left to the sides. To join the sides, you're also going to be doing an inner sewing for the side. You put your hand through the side from the back side and pick the other side. This is really very tricky. You have to be careful. You have to watch it maybe probably over and over again for you to get it. Then you will see that the lining aligns with the lining and the fabric will be at the end together also, and you stitch it all the way around. So if you don't understand, you can just rewind and watch it again so that you get it properly. It's very tricky. You are going to sew it all the way around. This is what it looks like with that 1 inch stitching allowance that I gave. After that, when you turn it around, you see how neat it's going to look on the inside. You see how beautiful it looks, very neat. So you're not seeing any stitching. So for the other side, you're not going to do it this way because it's not going to be possible. What you're going to do is you're going to put it together this way. You turn it over to right side facing each other, right? Then you just try to align the lining to the lining and the fabric to the fabric. So I would suggest, I would advise you stitch the fabric first so that the lining will be left, because you're not going to be able to stitch it all the way around like you did for the other side. But if you stitch the whole fabric to fabric together first, then you'll be left with the lining. You can see that there's going to be an opening when you do it correctly. What you're going to do, you put it together and just do a top stitch, because you can't stitch it all the way around using an inner sewing. Just put it together and top stitch, and you can see how neat the inside of this waistcoat is. It's giving it's giving very neat, and it's very simple to do, honestly. And this is what it looks like. What is left now is to fix the zipper in front, and our waistcoat is ready for use. Yeah, so you're going to open your zip, just pin it down the way you normally fix your zip. I would advise you use this detachable zip. I pin it down, then go to your machine and stitch on it. And this tutorial is over. It's already over. Thank you for watching to this point. Please, if you have not liked, subscribe to my channel. Please help me grow my channel. Thank you very much. After I finish fixing the zipper, you can see the final product. It's giving. Thank you very much for watching. Please engage in my videos and subscribe to my channel. See you next time on my next tutorial. Bye. Thank you, loves. Bye.